Okay, so we're here in New York City at Nintendo's big event where, of course, the word on the street is Wii. And Eric from Nintendo is here dissecting the Wii with us. We wanted to give you guys an up-close look at the Nintendo Wii. Eric, why don't you go through a little bit of a walkthrough of the console, if you will, and just kind of show us a little bit about where things are, where they're located, and what we can expect when we get it out of the box and in our homes.
Of course. First of all, it's remarkably small. I think that's one of the things that's pretty amazing. As you can see, it's really compact. Right now it's on a stand, so it's angled up. You got a power button right on top. Right below that, you've got reset, and then eject right at the bottom. Now in here, we've got like a secret little compartment, and that's actually where the SD cards go. You're going to be able to use SD cards for some of the features that we have. We've also got a sync button there for the controllers. Right here, of course, the disk drive. That's where the games are going to go in, of course. On top here, this works with our GameCube compatibility. You actually have 4 GameCube ports right up there, controller ports, and 2 memory card slots. So built-in GameCube backwards compatibility right there. Of course, on the back, you've got some more features. You've got the AV cable connection, and you've also got a sensor bar connection, and the power. So all of that stuff in a tiny little package that is gorgeous.
So it plugs up to the external sensor bar directly, or is it done wirelessly? How does that work?
The sensor bar is actually connected through a wire. It's a very, very thin wire, really, really nice and easy to use. All you have to do is plug it in the back there, and then you put the sensor bar either below your TV or above it.
Is it better to be directly in front of it, or what have you guys found through your playtest?
The angle, I've actually been really amazed at the angle that it can pick up. You can get in a pretty extreme angle and do it. A couple of things to think about is that I like to sit pretty far back from it, maybe like 6 or 7 feet. It does a really good job. Not all games use the sensor bar. I always have mine set up, but not all games use it. A lot of the games just use the wireless technology. So
awesome. Now, of course, the other huge component of the Nintendo Wii is the controller. Tell us what each button on there is called and what its functionality is.
Right. Well, you got the power button right on top, turns the system on and off. You've also got the Plus control pad, which is used for games ranging from Excite Truck to Zelda. All of these games. A button is a very primary button. That's why it's got such a prominent place there. You've got the minus and plus buttons, also home, right in the center here. You've also got the 1 and 2 buttons. These buttons play a very primary role when you're playing Excite Truck like this, and you're playing like this. On the back, of course, there's that. There's the B button, which is the sort of a trigger shape. Now, in conjunction with this, you've got the nunchuck attachment, which gives you access to another 2 buttons and an analog joystick.
And the nunchuck plugs in?
It plugs in right here, right in the back here, and that's run into a fairly lengthy cord to the other unit. Of course, the awesome part is that both of them have that accelerometer technology that allows independent movement. It's really cool. It's a very amazing piece of hardware, actually. What it can do, it knows where it is in 3D space, how fast, what kind of movement it's making, and also point at stuff and be able to do that. And when you see it work all in concert, for example, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, it's amazing. I mean, look at the stuff on the floor here, and it's just evidence about what kind of differences you can have with it. Everything from bowling, which feels exactly like bowling. And I think that's one of the amazing moments for me is when I realized that, bowling felt just like bowling. And that's so cool. But also beyond that, it's kind of more hardcore games. You can kind of get into new ideas. Using it as a steering wheel is such an awesome idea. And it's fundamental. And all of the games here are really cool. Some of the third-party stuff, like Red Steel is doing with their swordplay and all that stuff. Really excited to see even what happens over the next few years. Huge differences. I think that what's really, really cool is not only seeing the new games that are going to be released, but the whole new genres that are going to be created just because of access and the freedom to the new Wii Remote. What we really want to do is make it as easy as possible for people to use it. You don't want to make it hard to get access to stuff. The really cool thing that we showed off today was, the photo channel, which is awesome. And all you have to do is so easy is that you grab your digital camera, you throw it in there. Let's say you're having a party. That's where I'm going to use it. You're having a party. Say you take a bunch of cool photos, or maybe you download some photos. You throw it on your SD card, throw it in there, and you're running a slideshow to your own music.
Just to clarify on the controller, the home button takes you back to the quote-unquote channel section. Is that what it's called? The Wii?
Well, we're not talking about that completely yet. I think some of those details you're going to have to wait a little bit for. I know we're teasing with all this information, but we're not talking about all of it yet. I think that you're going to be pleased with what you're going to see.
And now the controller and the unit and everything ships. It does include the strap, correct? So that you'll be able to.
Exactly. Yeah, we do recommend wearing it. Yeah, it's very comfortable. It's no problem. It's really easy. Yeah.
How many controllers have been tossed around the office by people who haven't worn the strap?
None so far, actually, and that's honestly the truth. But we want to make sure people are safe.
We hope that you've enjoyed this inside look at the Nintendo Wii. Eric, thanks so much for your time. And November 19th, right?
November 19th, baby. It's going to be huge. It's going to change everything.